How do you explain what happened, especially in the tiebreaker, where you made a double for the set point, 4 set points actually?
Happens. I don't know. It's. I mean, it's hard to explain. Sometimes you do the right things and he does too, and then it matches up badly your way. I didn't think I played bad, towards the end of the breakers. I can do better, maybe, sure. But I think the decisions that we both took, me serving, him returning, or whatever it may have been, it just it didn't go my way. But I don't think those 4 points make all of the difference. There was more to it that led to me being down 2-1 and being down 2-1 in a break. I just, I missed too many balls to keep me maybe ahead in the schedule, ahead in the match, or didn't put me into so much trouble where I needed luck or I needed him to take poor decisions. But he came up with the goods when it needed to, and I helped him a little bit sometimes maybe. But he was better today, especially in the big points.
Yeah, Roger, is it more frustrating because maybe you were thinking about the semi-final?
I wasn't.
Not at all.
You were. No, it's not more frustrating, to be honest. It's been a tough tournament throughout. I honestly was only thinking about tonight. My head didn't even wander during the match. I knew it was going to be a tough one. I had struggled too much throughout the tournament, to think too far ahead. In some ways, I'm actually happy I made the quarters. So I'm not that disappointed because it's been a good run this year already. And, unfortunately, I ran into guys. It was better on the day.
Roger, the fans were, of course, thinking about a potential matchup with you and Rafa. Do you think at all, like, well, maybe it's never meant to be, or is it just bad luck up to now?
Yeah, funny again. I didn't even think of it, actually, that I lost. That match is not going to happen because I'm dealing with just trying to understand what happened and just to overcome this in the next few hours, days, weeks, whatever it is, I'll be fine. Of course, it is a pity, but I don't know. Juan Martín deserves it more, so I feel like I have no place in the semis, and he'll have a better chance to beat Rafa, to be honest, because the way I played, or I'm playing right now, it's not good enough, in my opinion, to win this tournament. So it's better I'm out, and somebody else gets the chance to do better than me.
All right.
Roger, when you lost to Juan Martín in 2009, you said it wasn't a very difficult loss to get over because you
because of the great summer I had.
Exactly, yeah. So, does the same thing apply to this year in some ways?
I think only time will tell. But I think definitely, of course, you're always disappointed when you lose. In the very moment, it's terrible to think of what lies ahead, packing bags, going home, all that stuff. It's just annoying, as a tennis player. So it's just not the fun part. You rather think about how you're gonna relax tonight and have a massage and think about the match and think about the great shots you hit. Now you see all the bad stuff, and it's just it's not so much fun. So I mean, it should hurt, and it does, rightfully so. But I think my perspective at this age and with the season that I've had is easier to grasp faster. So I'll be fine quickly, but sure, I would have liked to do more here, especially with the year that I had. But it's been tough, so it's all right.
Roger, do you think the struggles you had before the tournament and through the first rounds cost you a bit of energy or intensity today that explained also maybe the shots you missed and usually you don't miss?
I think there's definitely things that happened in the preparation and throughout the tournament that led to my performance today, because I can play much better, but I can play worse too. So it was one of those matches where if I ran into a good guy, I was going to lose, I felt. And I don't want to say I was in a negative mindset, but I knew going in that I'm not in a safe place, Might have to depend too much on my opponent. And I don't like that feeling. And I had it, throughout the tournament, and I just felt that way every single match I went into. I didn't have that feeling at Wimbledon or at the Australian Open, and that's why, rightfully so, I'm out of this tournament, because I wasn't good enough in my mind, in my body, and in my game to overcome these three pillars. If you're missing all three, it's going to be tough, So I'm okay with it, and I tried till the very end, and smashing certain stuff in the net that I normally wouldn't, smashing forehand volleys into the back fence. I mean, that stuff sucked, honestly, it was terrible. But Juan Martín did well. He served well. He had some big shots when he needed them, and that was the part that he did so much better tonight, and that's why he deserves to win.
You seem restless or even stressed out there at some points. Is there a reason why you didn't have your usual cool with your experience to overcome that?
I think I just explained it. I think those three things may make you edgy, or make you, if you set up to a forehand and you don't know where it's going to go. It's not going to go where you want it to go. You're like, doesn't feel great, And if you know you're going to hit it decent, then he's going to hit a rocket forehand after that, and so you get the double whammy. You're not going to just walk coolly to the chair and go like, yeah, that was fun, It just is a bad feeling. So I think I stayed very calm throughout, because there's a lot of opportunities out there today. And I missed a lot of them, which is a pity.
It was possible that you could have reclaimed the #1 ranking had you beaten Rafa here. Will that now have an impact on how you schedule the rest of the year? What are your plans from now on?
Not really. My schedule is always very similar, towards the end of the season. Good thing is that I need a rest. I have a rest now, so that's good. That's actually the thing. When I walked off the court, I was like, finally, I can rest, because I'm tired. Put a lot into it. I was almost not sure if I could play, really, to be honest. So I'm happy I get a rest now. And then I play the Laver Cup. I got Shanghai. I got Basel, Paris, and London. So that's my schedule. It won't change, and I hope I'm fully recovered and 100% fit when Laver Cup comes around. And then when that's over, I hope I'm going to arrive really early in Shanghai to really get ready and make it a priority for me to win that tournament. So that's the schedule there.
Roger, obviously you just had a tough night, but can you step back and just talk about this incredible year with the 2 slams and the 2 Masters Series and the other win? It's still a deeply gratifying run for you.
Yes. But we can talk about it at the end of the year, but we can also wrap it up now tonight. But I just explained my schedule. It's not over yet. So there's hopefully more to come for me. Of course, it's all a bonus at this stage, I've had a wonderful year. This is part of the game, can win them all. You run into guys that are better than you on the night, and Juan Martín fought like a lion, so it's fine. It's fine there. But for me, I'm upbeat. What's to come? Sure, I regret that I didn't get the opportunity to fight for world #1 in Cincinnati now again. But that's maybe also part of the process, and I'll be fine even without #1. Like you said, I've had a great year thus far, and I have big priorities for the rest of the year. And I usually play very well towards the end. Now I just really need to recover and go back to the practice courts and hopefully just finish strong, whatever that may be. I just want to play good tennis and enjoy myself.
You mentioned your body being a little off. So how much of a factor was the back, after all? I mean,
I was serving okay, finally. It was getting better, as the tournament progressed, so that was positive. So I'm happy I was able to overcome that, and that all the hard work we put into it, with my team, that was what I was looking for throughout the event, is that actually I was going to get better, my back, and not, otherwise I wouldn't have entered the tournament if I knew that the back was going to get worse. So there's relief there that I was able to play a lot of tough matches, and the quarter here. So that gives me confidence. But did it take away something from my overall performance? I mean, maybe not on the night, but leading into the night, I just think it slowed down my my rhythm and whatever it was throughout the tournament, you know, because I was never really able to turn it on completely. I played okay, you know, but I never felt like I got to the great level I can play at, but that's okay.
Roger, have you seen Juan Martin playing tonight? And I don't know if you've been watching Rafa, how he's been playing. Can you predict what kind of semi-final match can we see on Friday?
I mean, in a way, it's been a struggle a little bit for everybody here, you know, except maybe Carreno Busta. He's just been cruising. So the rest of us, we've been all fighting something, you know. I'm sure other players are fighting injuries, you know, but they're not talking about it. I unfortunately had to because of the Montreal-Cincinnati situation. Otherwise, I wouldn't have talked about it either. But no, I think it's going to be an exciting match, you know. Both are great shot makers. They have... you know, some of the best forehands in the game. They're both winners. They know how to get it done. So I think it should be an exciting semis. Yeah, I mean, Rafa now is playing within himself a lot. I think he was very focused here in practice and also in the matches. So I assume we know what we're going to get from him. For Juan Martin, I hope he recovers, you know. It's big for him now to have a day rest tomorrow because, again, it's an emotional night and all that stuff, but the rallies weren't very long, so he did well to bounce back from his team match, you know. So that was nice for him, and, you know, I think it should be an exciting match, and I'm sure the crowd's going to get into it.
We'll take two more in English. Roger, do you feel like the third set tiebreak was a turning point in the match? And that you let go a big opportunity there, and that played against you for the remainder of the match?
Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, like, we can look at it in many, many different ways. Yes, I mean, if I would have won, I would have told it was the key for the match. Now, losing, I feel like there were multiple keys lost along the way. So, it was unfortunate, you know. I put myself in a good position throughout the breaker, had chances to... I was always kind of ahead the whole time, and then at the end, you know, I got caught. So I don't know if it was because of him or because of me. I thought it was more probably because of him, because I didn't play a poor tiebreaker. I've played way worse breakers and I won them, and I just think it was a poor matchup at the back end, and you know, that little magic was missing at the end to flick a half volley or hit a better volley, or, you know, maybe serve the other way when I really needed to. Maybe I wasn't clear enough in the head, and I'm sure that I lost a little bit of momentum, even though I got into the fourth set okay, but I just didn't have a good returning day on its first serve, and that throughout hurt me in the entire match. So it was just hard getting into normal rallies, to be honest. And once I was in the rally, I was not playing good enough, you know, to match whatever Juan Martin's power. So that was definitely a turning point, no doubt about it, because breaking back and getting into that third set again was big, and then it would have been nice to maybe break his spirit a little bit, but I couldn't do it.